This is currently the cheapest carbine on the market, and today we're going to run a series of tests with it, destroying objects and filming it all in super slow motion. So stick with this video until the end, I guarantee it'll be worth it. Music! In the last video we did some tests with it and already found out that it's not exactly the most powerful. It was really cheap. This thing cost only about 400 Rs, just to give you an idea. It even came with this scope here, really powerful, but we can't even use it with it because it doesn't have enough range for a scope like this. So this sight here ends up being much more efficient. So today I wanted to start by making a comparison of some pellets with you guys. I did some good research and apparently I found the cheapest pellet there is. You can see that I paid our $4.50 for 100 pellets. Man, this was really cheap. Look, it comes in this small box. We'll compare its performance to this high precision pellet that costs our $22.00. Look at the price difference, man. It's 5 times more expensive. This one is heavier and has a pointed tip for penetration, so we'll compare the two. So let's prepare our target. I got this can here which is very visible from long distances. I'm going to put a little bit of dye inside and you can see the dye is really strong, and I'm going to pour water in here. By the end of this video we'll film glass cups and bottles breaking in super slow motion. It's really cool. So if I were you, I'd stay until the end to see it, man. I filled it with water to make it heavy, so you'll see exactly where it penetrates as water leaks out. If it works, let's put it at a good distance, so I'll set it up right here like this. Look on this stump so we can hit it and show, and you could sponsor us, right? If you take a look at this cheaper pellet here, you'll see that its construction is really simple. Look, it's just a piece of lead and really thin too. Let's see if it's accurate. Man, let's go. I'm going to cock it here. And let's do the first test with the cheapest pellet so we can see how it performs. And then we'll compare it with the expensive pellet to see if it's better. Just a reminder, I'm not an expert, so one thing I don't have is good aim, okay? I'm really not good at aiming. But let's try it in 3, 2, and remember that we're doing all of this in a controlled environment, in a completely safe way, with licensed equipment. Don't try this at home, okay? In 3, 2, 1. Nope. Man, that was awesome, huh? Let's go look then, see what's left of the can. It fell on the other side, man. When I managed to grab it without crossing this fence, man, it looks like it destroyed the can. Dude, look at this, man. Entry hole and exit hole. Damn, dude, it blew up the can. That's impressive, man. That's for a 50R pellet, the most expensive pellet. It's really different. If you look back here, you can already see it has this pointed shape. It's much better finished around it. You can see there's more detail and it's much heavier. It even has its weight here. It's much greater than the other one. We'll put it here and test it. The can is empty, so we're at a disadvantage. We'll soon run a precise test with the bar of soap to see exactly how far it went. Okay. One cool thing I did here on the rifle was to put this strap on it. This is a strap from one of those Chinese speakers I had at home. I put it on and it turned out great for carrying. Do you put it on like this, huh? But let's go. No more small talk. Let's hit that target. Super expensive pellet. In 3, 2, 1, and... I hit it. Let's go. Let me show you. The result was different since this is a penetration pellet. And also the can. It's empty, right? So you can see that it went straight through, man. Look, that's it. It went straight through. It even formed that shape at the tip, so this pellet is great, but we still need to see if it's better than the other one. So, let's go to the bar of soap. This is the bar of soap we're going to use. I'll do the following. I'm going to take the shot with the more expensive pellet here. I'll shoot with it first, right? Since last time we did it with this one first, then we'll use the cheaper pellet and compare the two. I'll do this in slow motion so you can see the impact. Expensive pellet, point blank, 3, 2, 1. Wow, as you can see, it didn't penetrate much because the air rifle isn't very powerful. See, it only reached here. Then the pellet just flew off in slow motion. You could see it clearly, man, so it didn't have any more power to keep going, even if it hadn't broken. Let's go with the cheapest pellet so we can see how it performs. Cheap pellet, point blank, in 3, 2, 1, and cheap pellet. Wow. Impressive, man, the result. check out the entry hole, nice and neat, and it went all the way here, see? Penetration was about 1 finger deep on one side, slightly more on the other, but not 2 fingers. So we can already see that mass really matters. The cheaper pellet will penetrate much less. But man, for a simple and cheap air rifle like this, you don't need anything better than that, man. Look, it already had good penetration, that's enough to have some fun, but let's do some tests with some cooler stuff. All set, I got it ready over there. Look, a Corona bottle will make a cool shot, and if it works, man, just look. Filming in super slow motion is really complicated, because the camera only records like 1 second, sometimes less than a second. So if I don't press the button at the right time, I can't capture the impact. So let's hope it works. Let's go. Man, I can't believe it worked on the first try, bro. It caught it perfectly. You can see that the whole bottle breaks at once, but the top part stays in the air, man. That's really cool, man. It remains airborne until gravity brings it down. But I have one more trick. Let's go. I'll get our next target ready. I'm gonna put it on this little stool here because it's lower and doesn't catch the light from above. And I think it'll look cooler for us to see the results. I'm going to add a little water too, because I thought the water effect was awesome. I'm gonna put it here. Look, now we're going to test it with the worst pellet, okay? Because the good pellet, we saw that it performs really well. It goes through anything, but let's see if the cheaper pellet can get a similar result too. So I'm going to put water here. Look, put it in my mouth and let's go. I hope it works. Look, so no one says I'm lying. I'm going to cock it here. I'm going to grab it here. The pellet, man, it's impressive. Our $4.50 without the pellet. What's it going to be? This is really cheap. Each little strip costs less than 5 cents. So you can have a lot of fun, even though it doesn't have the same performance as a more professional pellet. If you're just shooting for fun and having a good time, it's really worth it. I think there are several brands that make this simpler pellet. It doesn't have to be this brand. I'm not sponsored. I just found it cheap at the store and decided to try it. If you want more videos like this, I'll make them here, but you need to comment below. Let's do the test. The cheapest pellet in super slow motion against a glass of water. Let's go. Wow, it worked. That's impressive. Look at all the little pieces. I guess I'll have to pick this up. I can't leave it here. You can see the pellet went all the way through. That's great. The camera captured the moment the pellet passed through the water and destroyed the cup. Man, that's really cool. So it's got plenty of power to have fun, but it's not a very good air rifle. If you want to do something a bit more precise at long distances, or if you want a lot of penetration, it's not going to work. It's mainly for close range targets, just something simple and fun. But we'll do one more test. Here's my plan. I'm going to put another target up there and then we'll try to shoot from far away, about 20 or 30 meters away. That's pretty hard with this air rifle, especially since I don't have much experience with accuracy. So let's see if the bad pellet can hit from this distance, and then we'll have the verdict on whether it's really worth buying this. Since I'm not very good at aiming, I'm going to use a big bottle, man, so I have a better chance of hitting it. The goal isn't to test my aim, but to see if the pellet reaches, right? So I'm going to put it here, and if we hear it hitting, it means it worked. So there's our target, approximately 12 meters away. I don't know if it will really work, man, because the pellet is very light, for those who want to see the pellet's specifications. Some people truly know what each thing means. Look, it even lists the exact weight. Let's see, man, if it will reach there. Let's go then. 12 meters away, the cheapest pellet here, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Man, we hit it, but I thought the pellet didn't go through. Let's go take a look, man. But the sound I heard and what I saw there made it seem like it ricocheted, which is possible because it's a really light pellet, right? So, if you want to target at 12 meters, let's see if that's really what happened. Oh no, this one here, look, it hit the stump. Look there, see, it made a little hole in the stump. Man, but it does go through. If it dented the stump like this bottle is nothing for it. Let's not go further to check if it works. I aimed near the middle of the bottle. Did you see how much spilled? So we can already see that it drops quite a bit. So since we're going farther now, I'll try aiming higher to see if we can hit it. It drops a lot, man. This distance isn't even that long. Let's try it here. Look, it's about 20 meters more or less. Let's go, 20 meters. Until not long ago, I had a pellet gun that you caulked like this too. I liked it, but since it sat unused for a while, I sold it. Otherwise, I could have compared them here. It depends on this video's response. We can get more to test, right? Other guns like this one, let's go. Let's do the test. 20 meters away, target is a bottle. Really cheap pellets. Let's go. I'm going to aim a little higher in 3, 2, 1, and... I missed. There was no way I was going to hit it. All of them is impossible too, man. Come on, let's see how many shots I'll need to hit from 20 meters. One thing's for sure, the shot went by. I heard it hitting back there. I think I hit it, unless it was the rock. It made a noise. Let's check if we can spot anything with my sight. I'm not crazy enough to put my phone up close to film and see if it worked. Let's see if there's any mark anywhere. Nothing. I don't see anything here. The stump doesn't either. We hit it again. See, it hit right here on the side. It drops a lot, dude. I was aiming at the lid. See how much it dropped? There's a big drop due to the weight. I'm really going to have to aim way up to see if we can hit it, man. I wanted to see if at least it would pierce the bottle from this distance, you know? Let's go. Now it has to work, right? So. Now it worked. See the mess you made? Look, mano, it's easy to carry with this handle. I think there are some made specifically for this that you can buy, right? Of course. But this one was just lying around at home. Nobody was using it. The bottle fell on the floor. Now I heard it. It hit her. Man, wow, there's a burner here on the side. Apparently, the bottle is deflated. That's a good sign. Let's check. Search here. Oh, I found the hole. The pellet entered here. Did it exit? Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it didn't come out. No, look at it down there. See, look at it. It was stopped by the water, so that's it. At 20 meters, it makes a hole but doesn't go through. I think it's definitely worth it. It's great to have fun, but don't expect a highly precise piece of equipment for ongoing training. No, this is just for fun. For higher precision and better results, you'll need a pricier pellet. See you next video. Let me know if you want more content like this. All the video was collected and will be properly disposed of.